Hello everybody. Welcome back to my channel, Rock Your Colors Artistry. It is me, Jessica. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and if you like this video, please hit the like button. Please, and share. Sharing is where it's at. If you want to give me a little bit of support, sharing is what you need to do. All right. So we're going to do this look today. I did not pick a look out of the lookbook. I just did this one. Because I got a palette for my BoxyCharm and I really wanted to try it out, and this is the look that I've created, so I hope you like it. So today we're going to be talking about the beauty industry and influencers. So I was scrolling through TikTok this morning, and one of my friends on TikTok, that I follow, she had some good points in her video. So let's watch this video from Heidi, and make sure you go follow her. She's awesome. And make sure you go follow her on TikTok if you have TikTok. So let's just give this video a watch, and then we're going to talk a little bit more about it while I finish up my makeup.
So why is the makeup community, and I guess it's not just the makeup community, I shouldn't say that because not everybody in this community falls under the same bracket, but why, that's my dog saying hi, why are so many so petty? Why? Do you truly believe there's not enough room for you and the person asking for your help up there? Because if that's how you feel, then you don't deserve to be up there. There is room for everybody at the top. Everybody. And nothing irritates me more than seeing people ask, and these big creators or these big influencers or these high ups act like there is no room to allow them up on their level. There is room for everybody on my level. I'll make room. That's how I was raised. When someone needs a hand, you lend it. Where have morals and values gone? Yeah, I'm pretty irritated right now. I've seen it over and over and over again. Everybody wants to see you do good and tell you do better than them. There has never been more of a true quote that I have ever heard. The second that you are doing better than them, or they fear you might rise above them, they want to stop lending that hand. Nope, not here for it. Never have been, never will be. If you want to know what's on my eyes, ask me. I'll tell you. If you want to know what lashes I'm wearing and where I found them, ask me. I'll tell you. I am here to help. I am not the largest creator by any means. I don't have a huge following. But I'll get there one day, because you know why? Because I know I will. With or without anybody's help, I will get there. And I will bring every person with me that has asked me to help them. Every single one. I do not understand the pettiness. And I know it's not just the beauty community. I'm sorry, I'm getting over being sick. My voice is raspy. I know it is everywhere in the world when it comes to everything. Nobody wants to see anybody do better than them. But why? Do you really believe the top is so limited that that person is going to damage your success up there? Because if that's your belief, you don't belong up there. Plain and simple. I don't care if I make a lot of people mad by saying this. I'm tired of holding my voice back and not being heard because I'm afraid of upsetting people. I'm here to help, just know that. Reach out your hands. I'm here to grab hold, even if I can't do much. Love you.
So let's talk about that video a little bit. Okay, we all know beauty influencers. It's a huge industry. There's tons of beauty influencers out there. Tons. And I follow a lot of them. Because I want to stay in the loop with everything that's going on, right? Just like the rest of us. Well, she's got a huge point. And I kind of touched on this yesterday. But like, some of the beauty influencers out there, they think that they're so much better than everybody else. And then once they get to a certain level, it's just they forget that they started off just like all the rest of us, just doing their makeup in front of the camera, right? just like what I'm doing right now. And you know what? There's, and I get it. Like some of these influencers, they have a ton of comments, thousands daily, thousands. You know, they have a ton of comments. So I get it. You can't get to every single comment. But at the same time, if people are wondering what you're using because you don't post it or whatever, like she had mentioned, then yeah, why not just like, you know, do a quick comment, pin it, whatever, do what you got to do. People want to know what you're doing. And a lot of people think like, okay, well, I'm at the top. Screw all these people. They're below me now, you know? And that's not the way it works, because a lot of people are just in it to sell it to make money. But that's not what beauty influencing should be. Like, beauty influencing should be a love for a product, not just because you're getting paid for it. Because honestly, if I don't like a product, I'm not going to promote it. I don't care about the money, even though, like, I don't get PR. I mean, I'm not a big person. I don't even know if the influencing scene is for me. You know what I mean? As I mentioned in my video yesterday, I'm not too sure where I stand in the beauty community. But anyways, that's besides the point. If I don't like a product, I'm not going to promote it. And a lot of people, they'll just promote things just for the money. And it's like, really? You should love the products. Like, and we all get into makeup because we love makeup, not for the money. Don't get me wrong. If you're a successful makeup artist, yeah, you're going to make a lot of money. Or if you're a successful influencer, you're going to make a lot of money, right? But you have to think about the people. You don't want them just to spend their money. You want them to spend their money on a product that you love and you believe in. That's what it's about. And I think a lot of people have lost that, you know? I feel like a lot of people are just doing it just before the money, and just, even if they don't like the product, like, oh, I don't care, I'm getting paid for this post. No, but you have to like the product, man. Why are you going to sell it to people if you don't like it? If it's not a good product, why are you going to make people spend their money? They're going to be pissed, and then they're not going to fucking watch you anymore, right? And don't get me wrong, some products work better on some people than they do others, okay? That's a given. You know, some products work on some people, sometimes they don't. It's just the way it is, okay? It's just the way it is, right? All right, so here I am talking away doing my makeup, and I didn't even fucking hit record. Didn't even fucking hit record. Like, and when I get a thought, I'm just like, I'm talking, I'm out there, and yeah, that's me. All right, anyways, whatever. So anyway, what I was saying was, I follow a lot of influencers, and I have had to unfollow quite a few of them because they get really cocky. Like, oh, I'm up here, you're down here, you're not on my level. You're not on my level. So I'll just stay up here, and I'm just going to push you down a little bit. And like, I get it. There's a lot of people, like a lot of influencers out there who, they have a lot of comments. They have a lot of comments, and like thousands. So, like, you know what I mean? Sometimes hundreds, sometimes thousands, if not more. And I get it. It's hard to reply to every single one. I get it. But we know you're seeing them. We know you're reading them all. You know what I mean? The least you can do if somebody is asking you a question is answer. Because there's been many times where I've asked questions and I don't get a response. And that's kind of irritating for me, because it's like, I'm engaged in this video. I'm engaged in you. I'm invested in you. The least you can do is comment. If I have a legit question, like I said, I've had to unfollow some people because they just get too fucking cocky. Too cocky. You know, you can tell from where they started to where they are now. It's like their attitude has totally changed. And at that point, if that happens, I'm done. You started at the same spot I am right now, in front of my camera, making videos, just like we all are. We do TikToks, we do all these videos all the time. Any comment that I get, I reply to every single comment. And there's been some posts where I've had hundreds, but I make sure that I comment on every single one. You know, I respect the people who take the time and do comment, you know. And some people, some of the influencers, they're just like, oh, I got a comment, you know, blah, blah, blah. My video's getting pushed out now because I get a comment, blah, blah, blah. It's like, but no. But you can at least engage into your art with your audience, you know what I mean? Like, we are the people that you are influencing. We matter. It's very disappointing. It's very disappointing because, like, as I mentioned on my last video, that I have been following quite a few people, and some of them have gone viral. And I've noticed a huge change. A huge, 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 huge change. And then at that point, once they start getting an attitude and thinking they're better than everybody and just kind of forget, like, you know, who has been there from the, not necessarily who's been there from the beginning, but kind of. It's like, so these people have been, you know, supporting you before you were big, and now, like, before you were, like, all about it, you know, commenting back or whatever, and now it's just like, I'm scum to you now? Really? I mean, maybe I'm thinking too much into it, but that's just the way I feel. Some of these influencers are just become too much. And then at that point, that's when I'm like, done. For me personally, if I ever do go viral, or, you know, if my videos take off, whatever, you know, which I hope they do. But I mean, I'm always going to still comment. I don't care how long it takes. I'll comment. And of course, I'm going to go through them all because I know everybody sees the comments, right? Everybody wants to see what everybody's saying, right? I'm going to answer questions. Like, if I want to know something about somebody's, like, this happened to me many times, just like Heidi had mentioned in her video, like, if I want to know a product that you're using and, you know, you can't even tell me, like, screw you. You're not on a different level than I am. You're on the same level, dude. You just got a little fame. But fame doesn't last forever, guys. Fame does not last forever. Maybe for some people it does, but fame does not last forever, especially be going viral. It does not last forever. And then what's going to happen when it's all gone? Who are you going to have? Do you think you're going to still have those people that were supporting you from the very beginning? Probably not, because you had some wicked attitude and thought you were better than everybody, but now you're back to everybody else's level. As a makeup artist, what I want to do is help people. That is my main goal, is to help people. You know, if people have any questions at all about what I'm using, what I'm doing, like, I'm always doing makeup. Well, majority of the time I'm doing makeup. So if people are asking me questions, I'm going to answer them, you know, or if they want to know how to do something, which is why I like doing these tutorials, because people can see what I'm doing and, you know, they can try doing them themselves. My goal is to help other people. You know, for me, as I mentioned in my last video, for me, makeup is a huge, huge, huge way of making yourself feel better, feel confident, you know, just feel good about yourself. And if I can help somebody else feel like that, why the fuck not? The whole reason why I got into makeup was because I want to help people. You know, if I like a product, if I really like a product, I am gonna fucking tell you about it and be completely 100% honest about it. Whereas some people, they just want the money. Another good point that Heidi had brought up is that there's some influencers that are high up and they don't want other influencers to do better than them or to get up to their level, you know? And it is true. She said that she had seen it time and time again, and I have seen it time and time again as well. And it's really sad because, as Heidi mentioned, like, yeah, there's room for everybody. There's so many different companies out there for different things. So there's something for literally everyone. We want everybody to succeed. But as she had mentioned, once you succeed, you don't want other people to succeed too. You want them to be below you so you can feel better about yourself. And that is a sad, sad, sad fact. But it's the truth. It is the truth. And I see it all the time. All the time. Just like she said, she sees it all the time. And I'm sure all you guys do too. And it's so sad. And some people just get so conceited, you know? And it's like, there is room for everybody. There literally is. There's so much to give for everybody. I already mentioned, where have the morals and where have the values gone? Think about that. And it's the truth. The morals and the values that we were raised as kids, you know, most of us, I'm sure, are gone. Are gone. Is like, fame is, it's not even fame. Some people, it's fame. Some people, once they go viral, it goes, like, you get famous. Look at Michaela. If you don't know who Michaela is, you're living under a rock. Look at Michaela. She started just doing product reviews and stuff, just on TikTok. And I think it's only been a couple years since she started, and she's got 11 million followers. She has hit it big time. She is doing great, but she is still, you know, down to earth. You know what I mean? I still watch her all the time. I watch her videos daily because she's still down to earth. You can tell in her videos that she does not think she's better than anybody. She, you know, she still talks about how vulnerable she can be, how her self-consciousness really affects her. You know, she's still very down to earth, and it hasn't gotten to her head. You know what I mean? Whereas some people, like, I love Bailey Sarian. I freaking love her. Don't get me wrong. I love her. I've been following her for so long. I love her videos. She does great. But I feel like because I've watched her for a long time, you know, and slowly I feel like she's changed. She's not the same person she used to be. I feel like she does think she's a little better than everybody, you know. And then there's center of attention, artistry, Courtney Hollins, amazing makeup artist. She comments back on every single post, every single comment. I have commented on her work many of times, and she has messaged me back. I've messaged her on her stories. She messages me and she comments back every time. And she is a big, amazing makeup artist, and that shows that she is still down to earth. It hasn't gotten to her head. And I love Bailey Sarian. Do not get me wrong. I love her. But I feel like it's gotten to her head, you know? And I mean, she was gone away for quite a while because of everything that happened. And if you follow her, then you know what happened. I don't need to bring it up. But I feel like maybe she needed to regroup. I felt like she was like just kind of all about, you know, the sponsors, and just the way she was talking and representing herself. She was getting a little cocky. And I still love her because, like, I love her videos. I watch her every week. I love her videos. But I could definitely see a difference. Totally see a difference. So I think maybe that everything that's happened in her life maybe kind of help her regroup and get back to where she was. Because sometimes we need that. Sometimes we do need to just step back and regroup. And I know I've had to do it, because it's just like, you need to think about, okay, whoa, what am I doing? This is not what I'm about. Why is it getting, like, why am I doing this? This is not what I'm about. You know what I mean? And sometimes we just need that. And some people do it and, you know, come back, and other people, they don't, which I feel like they should. You know what I mean? But it's, you do you. Just don't be upset when you start losing your views, losing your followers, because people can see. People can see a difference. And I don't want to bash Bailey Sarian because I love her. I really do. She was one of the main people that helped me get out of my comfort zone with my makeup and all that stuff. Sorry, I gotta let this dry. She was one of the main people that got me out of my comfort zone. And you know, made me try new things. And if it wasn't for me watching her and like, and her saying, you know, it's just makeup, it just washes off, like, you don't know, like, you know, I wouldn't be doing these things right now. I wouldn't be where I am now and with my makeup, you know. But I could totally see a difference. And I mean, there's other ones too. Nikki Tutorials, I feel like she is super cocky. Another one is James Charles. And a huge one that I no longer follow is Jeffree Star. It's like, really? You start at the fucking bottom just like everybody else. But like, I was watching a James Charles video yesterday, and I was a little disgusted, to be honest. And I mean, I like some of the stuff that he does, but I was kind of disgusted of the way he was representing himself, and, you know, just certain things. It's like, really? We get it, you have money, but not everybody can afford you know, a $200 palette or $100 fucking highlighter. You know what I mean? It's like, you started off to where we are now. Who gives you the right to think you're better than anybody else? Like, it just, it really pisses me off. Don't get me wrong, they have millions of views and stuff, but it's like, man, it's hard to see. It's like, fuck, you came from nothing, just like us. Like Nikki Tutorials, she's been on YouTube for many years, many years. And it took a long time for her. It took a really long time. But I think now, like, now that she's like getting more fame and stuff, I just don't like how she represents herself sometimes. I really don't. I really don't. And I'm entitled to have my opinion, so don't come after me, because I am entitled to have my opinion. Like, I can't be the only one that feels like this. And I know Heidi had mentioned this, and I don't know who she's talking about, but I've seen it so many times. Like, do you guys see it? Like, let me know your thoughts about this in the comments down below. I'm curious to see what you guys think about this issue, it's not an issue, think about this topic. I don't think the compassion is there anymore for some people. I think it's more about the money and the fame, which is sad, because it's not what makeup is about. And influencing, as I mentioned earlier, that's not what this is about. But again, everybody has the right to do what they want, you know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, look at everything that Jeffree Star has done. Like, and he still has millions of followers. And don't get me wrong, I was a big supporter of him, and then I had a lot of people come and tell me things about him, and I was just like, okay. And then I did a little bit of research. I saw some videos on TikTok that really made me think about, going and doing a little bit more research. And yeah, but that will be another video. That whole scenario will be another video. A good quote that she had mentioned in here: everybody wants to see you do good until you do better than them. And it's true. It is so true. Not only with big creators, but with small creators who are just starting to get their brand deals and everything. Like, and don't get me wrong, it shouldn't be, but it's a cutthroat industry. It's a cutthroat industry. I've experienced it firsthand from a small creator. It's like, really? You're not any better than I am. Who the fuck do you think you are? You know what I mean? It's just, it's a shitty situation. And as much as I love the beauty community, there's so many downfalls. So many downfalls. The one thing that's getting better is, you know, now it's not just one look of a person that people want, or, you know, like different brands, they want every different kind of people. It doesn't matter your race. It doesn't matter what your orientation is. It doesn't matter about your size. It doesn't matter about anything about that now, which is great. But back in the day, it was a huge issue. But that's one thing that I like about the beauty industry, is now that it's like broadening its horizons. It's opening up to more people. I mean, don't get me wrong, some companies are pretty shit and are still in their own old mindset. But again, back to the quote and the fear of people doing better than them. It's a real thing. And it's sad, because we should all want each other to succeed. You know, that's what it's about. We need to be uplifting each other. And you know what I mean? Like, like Heidi had mentioned, like, there is room for everybody. There's room for everybody. You know? Stop. Don't be scared. You know what I mean? You're up here. What does it matter? You know? And I know it's hard for me saying this, because you know what? It comes down to the envy. It comes down to a jealousy, as I mentioned in my last video. That it's a hard thing to deal with, and we all deal with it. We all want what other people have, and it's really, really, really hard. I deal with it daily, and I'm trying so hard not to, but it's not easy, you know, because we want what other people have, and you know, and that fear of people doing better than us, it's a reality. We all have it. You know, but at the same time, you need to put yourself, stand back, and be happy for that person, you know. And and that's just because you need to have some compassion. You need to be supportive. Yeah, it's hard, but put your own self, step back a minute, and just be happy for that person, because you know what? That just wasn't your path at that time. Your time will come if that's what your path makes for you. We're not all going to go down the same path. Some people are meant to do better than other people, and that's just the way it is. You know, some people go off and be super successful, other people don't. And don't get me wrong, like, we all like, oh, I wish I could be as successful. I wish I could, you know, do this. I wish I could do that. And it's hard, but maybe that's just not the path that was meant for us. Maybe we're meant for a different path. Like, for myself, for example, I don't know if being an influencer is the right path for me, for one, because I'm not good at selling things. For me, it's not about the money. It's the love for the makeup. It's love for the community. It's love for the support and me supporting other people. I support so many makeup artists, and I support more of the smaller creators, because there's so many fucking amazing creators out there and amazing artists that are just not getting the recognition that they need and that they deserve, you know? And it's the people that are on top are the ones that it's like, how did you get there? Because I'd love to know. Basically, at the end of the day, if you go viral, or if you get famous or whatever, you know what I mean? Just try to just, you know, stay grounded. My boyfriend tells me that all the time. He's like, you know, if you ever get famous, or if you ever, you know, make it, then just make sure you stay grounded. Make sure you stay down to earth. And I know I will, for sure. And I just hope that if anything happens to anybody watching, that, you know, you do the same. Make sure that you stay grounded. Make sure that you don't get too big on yourself and think that you're better than everybody else, because that's not what people want. Don't get me wrong, people are probably going to be following no matter what, or watching. Like I said, some of the big creators that I watch, I don't agree with the way that they are sometimes, but I still watch because I still want to know what's going on, you know what I mean? Or I'm still curious, you know what I mean? It's just the curiosity gets the best of us, even though we don't agree with some of the things that they do, say, or act, you know what I mean? So just keep that in mind, that if you ever do get big and you make it big in life, or not even just in the beauty industry, you know, just in life, period, because a lot of this stuff isn't just in the beauty industry. It's in life in general, you know, like a lot of people who are very successful with their jobs, they think that they're better than everybody else. Like, it's not just the beauty community. It is everywhere. It is everywhere. It's just, you see it more on social media with the influencers and stuff now. I mean, at my job, you know, the people that are making the big money, you can tell, you know, even people that have started on the shop floor, just like where I started, you know, they've moved up in the company and now they're better than everybody else. Like, it's not just in the beauty community, it's everywhere. It is literally everywhere. So if you ever become a very successful, or if you are successful, just step back and think about, for one, the way you treat people, and think about you know, how you act. For number one is how you treat people. That's number one in my books. You need to treat people how you want to be treated. And I am a firm believer of that. You need to treat people how you want to be treated. Because, and a lot of people forget about that, because they treat people like shit. And then they're like, or think they're better than somebody. And then they're like, oh, but why are they being so mean to me? Did you think about the way you were acting? Did you think about your actions? Think about that. Like, you don't know what everybody's life story is. Just because you have money doesn't mean that you're better than anybody else. Some people work really hard and they don't get very far because of shit that happens in their life. Some people just get dealt a shitty hand, you know? They just get dealt a shitty fucking hand. And you need to be reminded and remind yourself about that. You don't know what other people have gone through. You really don't know. And which is another thing. You need to be careful of what you say to people. You know, some people can be really mean. Some people can be very mean. And I'm going to touch more about this on another day. But some people can be really fucking mean, and you don't know what that person who you're being mean to, you don't know what's going on in their life. You don't know. That thing that you said to them could be the last thing that anybody says to them. You could just push them right over the edge, you know? So you just gotta be nice, man. Be nice to people. Don't think you're better than anybody else, because nobody is better than anybody. We all fucking shit in the toilet. We all fucking, you know, we all come from the same fucking place. Not necessarily we all come from the same place, because we don't all come from the same place. Some of us are, you know, much luckier than others, or, you know. But just remember, like, nobody is better than anybody else. Nobody is better than anybody else. And make sure you keep that in mind. No matter what happens in life, And if people treat you like they are better than you, they're not meant to be there. They're not. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. You don't need that in your life. Anybody that makes you fucking feel like shit and puts you down, get rid of them. You don't need that shit. And that's why sometimes I unfollow these creators, because it's like, well, you're not any better than me, so okay. Why are you acting like you're so much better than everybody else when you're clearly not? I just want to apologize because I know like this video is just kind of all over the place, and that's just the way my mind works, but it's just the way I am. I'm sorry. At the end of the day, let's just all be kind to each other. Let's not think that we're better than anybody else, and let's boost each other up. You know, it's not just in the beauty industry. Let's just boost each other up every day in every way. That's what it's about. Okay? So this is the final look. I hope you guys like it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And just please be kind to one another, and don't think you're better than anybody else, because nobody's better than anybody, okay? Just because you may have a little bit more opportunities or a little bit more money or whatever doesn't mean that you're better than anybody else. Okay guys, I'll see you tomorrow. I hope you guys have a great day and stay safe. Bye.